This Deadlock build guide is for Celeste. It will teach you how to deal big damage, as much damage as you can possibly crank out in the game, while being able to freely roam the entire map, fast farming the jungle, being a counter jungler, stealing all the center sacrifices, making you into a late game tank that still retains all of her ability power, all of her damage. Nothing is sacrificed. This video is broken down into 3 parts. The first part is the item and the skill order build. How and why that these items are mathematically the best, and there is no better combination of items to achieve these results. Secondly is how the character works, how Celeste operates, how she moves, how to play her, all that kind of fun stuff, what her abilities do. And finally, a full game with live commentary. Now, I do these commentary games with 2 days, no sleep, at my absolute worst, so that you can see that it's the build that carries you and not so much the player. But if you are really good at the game, then the build only amplifies that. And if you suck at the game, the build will carry you out of the shit ranks. With that said, let's get into it. Now, before I go over the build, I'm going to show you how to get it on your own game client. Go to Build Browser, go to the public tab. In the search box, type the word Swole. You'll see Swole Benji YT Big Damage Fast Farm Roam Gank Tank. Click the heart icon, use selected build. Click the Q build button. Make sure you have auto queue, selected build at game start, and auto-buy items when within range of the shop. So when you're playing, this box down here will light up, and it will let you know that you can afford the next item. When you get near the item shop, it will buy it automatically for you, and for items like Mystic Expansion, it will automatically put it on the correct ability. And in the future, if it doesn't do that, then I have it here in text, just in case. And for the video, I'll explain once we get to the build. If you cannot find the build, push escape, go to settings, go to language, go to alternate hero build language, and select English. That will allow you to find it. If you still can't find it, then the build ID is 520327. With that said, let's go over these items. Starting off, we are going to be using extra charge for more radiant dagger spam. We mainly use this not to kill the opponent or harass them. This deals crap damage. Now, it's been nerfed since Celeste's launch. What we use this for is to pressure the enemy to dodge roll or get distracted, while we are able to secure or steal souls in lane. Because her weapon, it's very hard to steal souls, we have to use an ability to supplement that. Next up is extra spirit for more damage into Mystic Expansion so that our Radiant Daggers has a wider radius. Getting 3 purple items early also gives us more damage for lane harassment. It's just really nice also for more barrier damage. Or not damage, but bigger barriers. Then we go full mobility sustain. Extra health into extra stamina into sprint boots. When you get extra stamina, you can start to kind of float around the top, depending on your lane matchup. Some lanes you don't want to poke your head out, others you can float around and cast with impunity. Then we go cold front. This gives us some harassment. We can dive into the enemy's face, spit on them with Light Eater. This is going to be referenced later as spit. And, we pop our Dazzling trick on them when they try to counter us. We win every engagement once we get cold front. Or every trade, rather. Torment Pulse even amplifies that. Both of these also let us jungle faster. We then go straight into more mobility, because we can now jungle very quickly. Enduring and at this point, by the time you get Torment Pulse, in a good regular map, it'll be around 10 minutes. Alright? 8 minutes if you're fed, 12 minutes if you're behind, okay? But this is about the end of lane phase, allowing you to now jungle roam and give a solo lane to the bullet carries. We go Enduring Speed into Stamina Mastery. This lets you just roam all over the map, and this lets you disengage from everyone in the game, except maybe Mina. It really depends on how Mina's built. But if you have Advanced Movement Tech down, you're going to be a monster at this point. This is your win condition if you have Advanced Movement. If not, it's fine. You keep building. Fortitude gives you more movement speed, regeneration between lane creeps and jungle creeps, and engagements. Rapid Recharge for more Radiant Daggers. You want this stacked up to 6 as much as you can, and Rapid Recharge is required for that. Improved Spirit for more damage. Greater Expansion for bigger AoEs across all of your abilities. Bullet Resilience. You can actually skip this if there's no bullet carries on the enemy team. There usually is at least one or a hybrid, so you want to just build this anyway. Mystic Vulnerability to Escalating Exposure. This gives you a lot more damage, but it also gives you Spirit Resistance, which is very nice because Celeste has negative resists. Spirit Burn is massive damage boost. Whenever you start dumping your spells at this stage of the game, people will just 100 to 0. You can go dump your spells and leave a fight, and then as you are leaving the fight, they will die from this. Arctic Blast, huge damage. We freeze them in place, and while they're frozen, we ult them. Alright, but it's just more damage and Spirit Resist. Boundless Spirit for more spirit damage. Now, this is where things change. This is the late game. Spell Slinger is a massive win item. What I mean by that is that fights you originally could not fight against due to the enemy's carry or their team comp, you can now run everyone down with this. This is the one item that allows your Light Eater ability combined with your bullet hit damage to scale insanely high, giving you more damage than anything else in your kit. You basically, you spam Radiant Daggers from a distance or during engage. You cast your ult on whatever. You mash your shield. You spit on someone. You hold left click and they're dead. It doesn't matter who they are, what they built, etc. They are dead. This is a massive hyper power. Like once you have this, you go from being a high threat to the threat on the map. You go from if you can, as long as you can get somewhat close, spit on them and hold left click on them, they're dead. You will kill everyone with this. It is absolutely broken on this character. After that is more tankiness. You sell Fortitude for Colossus. This lets you grow big, slow everyone around you. By using this and using your Shining Wonder, and once you get Lightning Scroll next, which we are selling Torment Pulse for Lightning Scroll, you have 3 different slows all hitting the enemy at once, and they will not be able to move, they will not be able to escape, they will not be able to disengage, they will not be able to dash away, they cannot do anything. Once you land on them and you freeze them with Arctic Blast and you ult them and you bump out your abilities, bust out your abilities, whatever, and you hold left click, they lose. They full losers. Not a single character in the game that can fight this. After that is Juggernaut. This is just, I have enough money to blow on this. This gives you, fire rate slowdown when they shoot back. It makes you less slow, whatever. Okay? Now, if you are on the defense and you're losing, what you can do is you can sell your rapid recharge, buy refresher, double ball ult for defense. When this goes on cooldown, sell it and buy back your rapid recharge. But you almost never have to do that because Celeste is absolutely broken. So being on defense, it's rarely going to happen. Unless you just have the worst team ever. But yeah, that is the build. Now for the skill order. The skill order is as follows. You're going to learn Radiant Daggers first. So you can pressure the enemy and get some souls secured and souls stolen. Then you learn Light Eater. If they get close, you spit on them. If you want to get close and hurt them, you spit on them. Then Dazzling Trick, you just pop this anytime the enemy's shooting at you. Anytime you're close to the enemy, just pop it. There are 2 things that happens when you do this. The enemy fights through it, and they pop your barrier, they get hurt, and they get silenced. Or they stop attacking you because they don't want to get silenced, and they wait it out. And, well, their loss. You win either way. And late game, once you have this maxed out, you pop this when you ult someone. Like, if you want to one-on-one somebody and there's nothing around for a ball to bounce on, the ball can bounce on your Dazzling Trick, and it refreshes the cooldown, not the cooldown, but the cast duration. The buff duration gets refreshed whenever the Shining Wonder, your ultimate, bounces on it, okay? So after that, you learn your ultimate. Now, for upgrades, you upgrade Light Eater all the way first. All the way first. Then you upgrade Radiant Daggers twice for the cooldown and the damage. This helps you jungle. Then you max out your ultimate, because the way you play currently, you farm jungle, you go, you ult in, you deal some damage, you go back to jungle. You don't sit there in the team fight, you don't sit there and duke it out in the lanes. You're not a brawler, you are a roaming ganker, okay? You roam, you gank, you jungle, you farm. So we max this out next, okay? Then we max out Dazzling Trick, because that absolutely helps your ultimate. And then finally, you max out Radiant Daggers, because the 3% Spirit Amp and the fire rate doesn't really kick in until we get Spell Slinger anyway, so don't worry about that. And yes, it synergizes amazingly well with Spell Slinger. That's the skill order. Now, I'm going to explain to you how Celeste works. Celeste's weapon is called the Carney Life. It's a baton. Maybe you've seen these before. They light them on fire. And her reload animation, it can be seen like if I'm hiding behind this and I reload, the enemy can see the baton. So it's not a very sneaky reload animation at all, okay? Don't worry too much about it. This throws bouncy balls that have no damage fall off at all. They bounce one time. You can bounce it off the floor and hit the enemy. And no matter how far away you are, it will deal full damage to the enemy. Very, very cool. However, the bullet velocity is very slow. It's hella slow. This makes securing souls absolutely difficult, and it takes a lot of practice, and you only really get one chance to secure a soul. And the way you want to try to do it, if you can, is zone the enemy and get as close as possible, and then you can do it pretty easily like that way. assuming your timing wasn't off like mine. But another way too is to just melee the souls, and you can only melee them after they're lit up, not before, because as soon like the way your melee works, your light melee is a hit scan. If it's in front of you when you push, then that's whenever you can break the soul. Whereas if you try to swing early, it will not break the soul, because it's not upon impact of the weapon like in a fighting game. It's impact upon pushing the button. All right. But other than that, you throw out radiant daggers, and then you start shooting the souls to try to secure them. It's very difficult. It's a big learning curve. At higher ranks, you are going to be behind on souls. And so to counter that, you have to be very diligent at doing boxes. That means at 2 minutes, you go do boxes. You do small jungle if you can, but you do boxes. And this is going to keep you on par at higher ranks with other players. But they're also going to do boxes at highest ranks, and so you're still going to be behind, but you won't be as behind. Let's go over her abilities now. Light Eater is your first ability. This is the carny, you know, they hold the torch to their mouth and they spit out a cone of fire. If you've ever been to a circus, I suppose. But that's what she does. I reference this as the spit because it's very projectile looking. Like, look at all the little bits that fly out. It's very gross. You know, Celeste has a lot of food in her teeth, and it just flies out all over everybody, right? But, anyway, so what this does, it gives you spirit lifesteal on whoever you attack. Now, I want you to notice something. Look at the target dummy. When we spit on him, he's got this purple stuff around his feet. That signifies that they are debuffed by your Light Eater. And when they are debuffed, what happens is when you attack them, they take extra spirit damage. You have that spirit lifesteal. And, yeah, so this scales amazingly well and lets us jungle very fast. Late game, this is our main source of damage. It gets absolutely nutty. So here is the damage of Light Eater, okay? So we're going to spit and hold left click. And look at how fast we reload. We are reloading insanely fast. And yeah, the damage is nutty. Now, I want to remind you, this is the damage as a tank. As someone with hyper mobility, and that was just left clicking after one spell cast. That is not including casting all of our other abilities. That is not including using Arctic Blast for more frozen damage bonus or anything else. That is just holding left click after spitting on them. Okay, it's an amazing ability, but it does take a lot of the match to ramp up with. So yeah. Next up is Dazzling Trick. I also want to talk about Celeste's passive, which isn't, the game doesn't really tell you this. It's just something you would have to figure out as you play. But Dazzling Trick, it gives you a barrier. It makes you blurry to the enemy. Like, it really makes you look weird and distorted to the enemy. So it might mess up their aim a bit, but it gives you move speed. Who cares? You're jump dashing anyway. It gives you barrier that scales with your spirit power. At full build, 581 bonus HP is nothing to scoff at. All right, and when it breaks, if the enemy breaks your barrier, it silences the enemy. And, yeah, it deals half of that damage to the enemy, but then that's going to scale thanks to your amp stacks from Radiant Daggers. It's going to scale from your escalating exposure, so you're gonna hit someone for nearly a damn 1,000 damage when this thing breaks. Yeah, it's a lot, okay? But besides that, I want to talk about Celeste's kind of passiveness. Celeste is one of the best jumpers in the game because she kind of floats. She doesn't have as much gravity as other characters. And so what this means is that if you wall bounce, you can kind of stay in the air longer. She also has better just natural air control. And once you learn like how velocity and stuff works, and also I should have mantle dashed the lamp, but like learning how to move as Celeste, you can really get around the map like crazy. It's pretty nutty, like what you can do with her. And just learning all of the ways to move around is amplified on her massively. There are things that Celeste can do that others simply can't. Like, let me sell Stamina Mastery here real quick. And, like, let's say I want to climb up this building, right? Without the zipline, of course. So I would jump, wall bounce, jump, bounce, and I can get up pretty easy, right? Like, super simple. Very easy for her to do that. But if I'm on, like, I don't know, like, Sinclair, and yeah, I know he can warp up there, but like as Sinclair, you jump, like he's heavily affected by gravity, right? We can't even come close to getting up there at all. So I would like Here, let's try this with fast stamina. We can, like, jump, bounce, jump, dash, bounce, jump. Like, you can't jump again. So, Sinclair, he can't do it. He can't get up the... I mean, yeah, if we have the little ledge there, maybe. But, like, Celeste can absolutely get up there with no problem whatsoever. So, again, she has that mobility, she has that movement, and she's very floaty. Another thing, too, is she has one other way to float, and that's with her ultimate. If you hold your ultimate, you can kind of float, but eventually you will sink down. It doesn't really have any use. Yeah, you can do an aerial ult, but that's kind of hard and awkward to aim. It's not really advised. You're better off using Arctic Blast to freeze an opponent in place, and then ult them because they can't move, and you get the ball guaranteed. The other way is to, you know, ult the creep wave and hope they don't die before the ball hits. That'll probably happen to me during the live gameplay commentary, I'm sure. I hate to talk about the ult during it, but it's part of her passiveness, okay? And so, again, the best item for this passive is Stamina Mastery. The best middle buff, which you should actively be trying to get, is Movement. No, I don't want Survival. I want Movement. Okay, can I have Movement? Can you give it to me? Spawn Camp? Whatever. Whatever, don't need it. But yeah, you just want to learn to be wall bouncing, corner boosting, getting your movement on absolute lockdown. And, you know, if you turn too fast, you lose your velocity, so you really have to, like, practice a lot and learn to slow turn your camera so you don't lose that velocity. And I'm not even really doing it right, okay? But anyway, on to her next ability. Radiant Daggers is her third ability. This has been nerfed, and so it doesn't really deal a lot of damage early game anymore. Now, late game, you can still get kills with this. It still does okay damage. The main thing with this ability is that it gives you a stack called Radiant Daggers. It's right here to the left of your life bar. This stacks up to 6. And so the more enemies you hit, like if I hit 5 enemies or 6 enemies, I can stack it up immediately. But against a single target, I'm only going to get 1 stack at a time. And as you stack this, it makes your horn glow more. So the enemy has a tell when you're going Super Saiyan, okay? But other than that, it gives you spirit amplification damage per stack. And that works on everything. That works on Arctic Blast. It works on Torment Pulse. It works on your other abilities. It works on your left click on bullet hit damage from Light Eater. So stacking this to 6, very cool. But also, once you level it up, it gives you bullet fire rate per stack. Early game, you're not going to use this. Late game, it's imperative. It pairs very well with Spell Slinger. And it gives you enough faster attack rate to just mow down everybody, okay? When you spit on them, that is, okay? But, yeah, very cool ability. You can throw this from very far away. However, this ability will never be as strong as other heroes like Lady Geist's Bomb and a few other characters who have ranged area of effect damage attacks. You use this to jungle, but it is not your primary source of damage in jungle. It is just supplementary damage. You cast this, you spit on them, you hold left click. That's generally the combo in jungle. But other than that, it's really fun to like float around the map from high up and cast this on the poor plebes down below as you sail and glide and dance around the sky. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Radiant Daggers. Not a whole lot to really discuss. Shining Wonder is your ultimate. You can hold this out. It's very apparent that you're about to cast it, but when you let go of the 4 button, you'll throw a ball on him. You'll see this ball kind of rotating around this dude. He needs teammates near him, and the balls will bounce between the 2 enemies. So if we spawn in an Infernus and we hit him, you'll see it bounces, and it deals damage. And it has a little doot. It is, I don't know, it's a very satisfying sound effect, right? But as you level it up, it gets more bounces. It does slow the enemy. It lowers their dash distance, making it harder for them to run from you. Yes, Celeste's kit does make it harder for people to run from her. And it lowers the cooldown when you level it, obviously. You can read. I don't need to read this to you. But there's a few good ways to use this. I've already explained in the Dazzling Light section how you can float with this. I explained how you can throw it on the enemy creep wave, and it will bounce. It will prioritize enemy heroes, by the way. So you waste 1 bounce, which is about 200-ish damage at late game with resists, on a creep. But after that, it will bounce on the enemy heroes, and you don't have to aim it. The other way is that you freeze them in place, and then you get mostly a guaranteed bounce. Now, you cannot, while you're holding this, you can't cast Arctic Blast. So you need to cast Arctic Blast first, and then cast it. Alright? Now, with full build, Lightning Scroll will now make it a stun. It will also slow them by 30%. The spell is already going to slow them by 8%. Another thing to note is when you cast Dazzling Trick at max level, this shield will allow it to bounce back to you. So you can see now it's going to bounce back to me, and it doesn't deal damage to you. Obviously, that would be stupid. But yeah, you can slow the enemy down. Now, this is with no items, obviously. So with Lightning Scroll, you know, we get all of our items. Everything's kind of, you know, popping off here. Yeah, and Juggernaut. Yeah. So full build, max level, max boon level. Right, we cast this on the opponent, we shield ourselves, and look how slow he's getting. He can't even move, he can't run away. And the damage isn't super high because half of the bounces are wasted on us. But if we dealt 4,000 damage to this guy, right? And if there were 2 of them, it would be 4,000 damage, well, almost 5,000, yeah, 5,000 damage. It would be 5,000 damage split between them. Now, if it was 3 people, you take 10,000 divided by 3, that's 3,333 damage. If it's 4, it's 2,500. You can do the math. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do the math one more time here. So 10,000 divided by 6, 1,666.66667 damage. Whatever, you get the idea. But what I'm trying to say is that this is not your kill move mid-late game. This is you dump it on the enemy and it's disruptive. You dump it into a team fight and maybe you get a kill. Maybe not. It's just better than hold. You don't want to hold on to this until the perfect opportunity. Just throw it out. If you miss, shucks, that sucks. Dump your spells on the enemy. You know, dump whatever you got on them, and then leave and go back to farming. Late game, you kill everyone. You engage on them, they're dead. They can't run. They can't survive. They can't outtrade you. They can crowd control you. They can stun you. They can lock you in the hotel dimension if they're a doorman. They can maybe escape if they're Mina, or some other hyper mobility, maybe like Viscous. I don't know, maybe Viscous with good puddle punches can escape from you. But other than that, everyone dies. Everybody dies. So that's Shining Wonder. You can also shoot it from very far away, but I have never seen anyone land at higher ranks really far away. Now, there are characters that can counter the ball. Doorman can simply distance himself from everybody. Pocket can go into his briefcase. There are characters that can become fully immune while they're doing stuff. You know, like Calico ult. Or, let's just look. Alright, Yamato can ult and kind of hold on to the ball a bit. Let's see, Victor, while he's dead, he'll hold on to the ball, but it will bounce off of him. It will wait. But if it's like very close to cooldown and then he dies with it on him, it'll dissipate. Let's see, Sinclair, I don't know, he could teleport away, right? You know, Silver can take it with wolf form. Rem can go teleport onto somebody to save himself, but it will still bounce to the somebody he teleports to. So, whoops, right? So, sacrificial. Let's see, Mo and Krill can burrow and tank a bit of it, right? Mirage cannot, he used to be able to, but he can't anymore. He used to be able to teleport away with it. Super annoying, right? Lady Geist, nothing. Kelvin can dome himself with the ball and save it, right? Ivy can stone form it. You get the. I'm not gonna list every counter. You can figure that stuff out. But anyway, let's get to the live gameplay commentary, and I'm gonna make sure that I have like 2 days no sleep and I play as sloppy as possible, and that I don't do any advanced movement tech other than maybe zip dashing. Maybe I'll make fun of myself for not mantle dashing, which is whenever you climb up and you forward dash like that. Oh, by the way, her dash animation, she does the splits and she like does a ta-da. So someone needs to make a mod. I'm not an influential enough YouTuber for this game to request a mod. It can maybe one day this video gets a lot of views. If it does, I'm putting it out there. Someone make a mod where whenever you dash whenever you slide as Celeste, it goes ta-da and it plays a little to-do. You know what I'm talking about, right? Anyway, let's get to the live gameplay commentary. This is the live gameplay commentary for Celeste. My lane partner is Holiday. Hopefully it's a good one. And we're against Doorman and Pocket. Oh boy. So the current Doorman's a little busted. And the thing with Celeste is our full engage means we need to get close and spit fire on them. And Doorman will just ult us. So we can't use stamina to engage Doorman. We have to use stamina to escape his ult. And Pocket it really depends on how the Pockets play. They can be very elusive. If we ult the Pocket, he can hide in briefcase and kind of ruin that for us. And Doorman can just leave and then contain the bouncing ball. So it's not quite a counter comp. It's just an anti-comp, I suppose. So what we need to mainly focus on is not so much lane harassment and, you know, getting early kills. We just need to focus on securing souls. Also, our teammate's already dead. How does a Bebop die the first minute of the match? What the fuck? Anyway, let's try to get this secure here. It's pretty difficult as Celeste, but if you're very close, you can kind of make it work. And get those secures. Try not to get, you know, overly harassed here. There we go. Did we get that one? Yes, we do. Awesome. Our first buy is going to be extra charge, so we can spam our 3 ability more, which we need to be doing here. What I like to do is, we're not going to kill anyone with this early. It's been nerfed to hell. What I like to do with it is cast it when I'm about to secure a soul, and it will prevent them from securing it themselves or stealing it or whatever, right? So that's how I like to do it. Now, we're going to also be leveling up here. Light Eater, and that's what we're going to be upgrading first. We're upgrading Light Eater first, and I call it Spit. It's the Celeste Spit, because you spit on them. Because it's going to let us jungle way faster than any of our other abilities. Doorman way out of position here. Did he jump off my head? It looked like he jumped off my head. Okay, we can go ahead and spit on Doorman there. Spit on the help. Right? So disrespectful of the Doorman. But by spitting on them, it puts a debuff on them. I didn't like how he was posturing there, so I backed. But they get a little purple, like, aura under their feet, and that means you deal bonus spirit damage when you attack with your left click and your spells and whatnot. Not Torment Pulse, not Cold Front, unfortunately, but everything else deals a tiny bit more damage. It's just a little bit more. So you can see I didn't land the spit on him because he doesn't have the purple stuff under his feet. But we kind of want to be spitting on him every chance we get. You also want to spit on, like right now, it would be really nice to just use our abilities to clear out the lane from the tower. If you lose tower early, it becomes real bad. It's not so bad if your lane partner gives you the solo lane, but it's kind of expected for the bullet carries to get that, and that's what Holiday is, kind of, depending on how she builds. She's building spirits, never mind, almost spirit. Okay, still out of range, that's okay, it's fine. Go ahead and get those secures. We got extra spirit coming up. It's 2 minutes, let's grab crates, it's really 3 minutes, so we're a little late. But yeah. As Celeste, at higher ranks, you cannot count on getting kill steals and kill secures. Instead, you have to rely on very aggressive crate farming along with the lane. So, the sooner you learn to crate at 2 minutes, the better. Try to get mid buff at 5. You need every advantage you can get. I'm not even going to fight him. I'm just going to leave. There's no point. There's nothing to gain. He got no stacks from that. So, let's try to get those. We got 1 out of 3, so it's something. Again, very difficult for Celeste to secure and steal the souls, but we're kind of making it work a little bit, alright? I'm at 2.5k, they're at 2.3k, we're up by 200. You have to maintain this advantage, not die, hope your lane partner doesn't die, and feed them. Which, I mean, she's doing okay right now. She's doing average, I guess. And holidays can be hit or miss. It really depends. Alright, let's go spit on these creeps and clear the lane that way. Just get them off the damn tower. We don't want them running the tower down. Losing lane as Celeste, it sucks. It is not fun. It just puts you in a bad position. If you're forced to early jungle without your proper build, it really slows down the tempo. And if your tempo gets slowed, you become pretty much useless until like late game, until you're farmed up. Alright, let's see if they go for the deny here. Because I'm making it very obvious that I'm fighting them. Oh, did you just bombard in the tower range? Stupid. Ooh, big punish. Where is he? He's up there. Let's try to hit him. Yeah, we got them both. There we go. And that's going to let us maybe... Well, I got 1 out of 2 there. Alright, 5 minutes in. Let's go get mid buff. It's Spirit. And yeah, I'm not taking the boost on their side. I'm just gonna get it. I know as Celeste I can jump up there, but I'm not gonna do advanced movement tech because a new player wouldn't do it. Go ahead and get these crates. Yeah, there we go. All right. Do a little wall bounce. It's not advanced. It's just a simple wall bounce. We don't have any kind of extra stamina or stamina master yet, so we can't do any kind of like crazy stuff. We can kind of. I was going to corner bounce that, and then I did a mantle. I didn't want a mantle. I wanted a corner bounce. The pocket's pretty low right now. We could actually maybe even go for a kill. Oh, he tried. Dude, Doorman tried. You see that? He tried to knock me into his tower with his door. What a crap. We gotta make a mental note of that. That Doorman is crafty. Not all Doormen are. Some are. Some kind of suck. Pocket has a barrier right now because did he buy? What the? Oh no, Doorman leveled door up. That's where he's getting barrier from. Oh, ooh. Interesting lasso. Didn't do anything though. It's kind of maybe a defensive lasso. I'm not really sure what she was going with there, but I don't know. Just throw out a 3. Let's get some stacks, and then we could throw out an ult. We could actually ult the creep wave, and it'll bounce to them. There you go. So see how they handle getting bounced. We also want to spit on them while we're bouncing. Oh, you're so close, dude. You're so close. I'm not gonna try. I'll just die. I will just die. I'm not gonna bother. Just let him go.
I'll be waiting.
I hate to be negative like that, but I was in the middle of a reload. I missed 2 quick melees. When you make 3 misplays like that, you just give it up. You just call it. We almost got Doorman. Holiday didn't die. We didn't die. It's fine. Just cut your loss. I ulted. They ulted. It turned out as a big stalemate. It's okay. Had I sat there and tunnel visioned him under that tower, I would have died. And we don't want that. Alright, at 8 minutes, which is in 20 seconds, we have Sinner Sacrifices, which is... We need to go blow up some of the heal minions. I hear a door near me. Or, no, this bounce pad, never mind. Yeah, let's just go get the heal minion. There we go. And then go back. Because we want to get the Sinner Sacrifice ASAP. We need those early buys. Alright, and there it is. 8 minutes. If there's a rim on the enemy team. He should be rotating the map, and you might be able to catch him out. The rim can be slippery. So it's a gamble, right? Alright, I kind of want to go roam the map, just because there's not a lot of farm happening right now. Get that. There we go. Oh, I have the solo lane right now. Or I thought I did. Never mind. Oh, we're getting... That's... Ooh, big bombard. Did he ult? He did. He missed. He missed his ult, but no, they got... Is he going to teleport to that and try to finish? They got the disrespectful question mark. What are you trying, dude? What are you doing? That's what that means. What was that? Did you try to fight me? Alright, we're working towards Cold Front. We're at 5.7k. They're at 6.1k because they got a kill. So, again, it's very important just for them not to get a kill. And we almost got a kill. In an alternate reality, we would have gotten a kill. I did get hit by that. That's 1 stack for him. So keep that in mind. He doesn't have ult, though. He can't really capitalize on it. If he gets 4 stack, just run from pocket until the stacks wear off. Alright. Push the heal minion. There we go. We're about to get Cold Front. I know there's crates in here to grab, but we'll do side crates while we push. There we go. Grab these. And yeah, I'm wasting a lot of stamina on these because I want to do it fast. We're just going to throw a random 3 out and see if we hit anybody. We got pocket there. Alright. Does he initiate on this? Dude, I could orb. I'm going to orb the... No! The minion died right before the orb landed on it. So that's one of the risks for taking the lazy way out, by the way. Is that if you decide to ult the minion to get the free bounce, because it's free. It's a free bounce. Then be prepared that if you aim towards a lower health minion and it dies, your ult goes into the floor and does nothing. So, lesson learned. It happens. I probably already told you that lesson during the skill intro part. I don't know. They're going in. That's fine. I am Celeste. I can just float through the sky. It's not. They don't catch me out. But they caught a Holiday, and there's nothing I can do about it. Spit on them. Look, they're just ready to kill her. I just got afflicted. We have to back. I don't. Yeah, he's got. Yeah, that's gonna be about 700 damage. So there's no sustaining that. You just go back it. If pocket farts on you with stacks, you just go back. Clean, get washed up. You know, pop a few souls in the base, and then come back. They're gonna get that tower now, and that's fine. We're almost at Torment Pulse. So it's really nice if we can sustain the lane until we get Torment Pulse. Then we go jungle and everything's Gucci, right? Everything's hunky-dory. Alright. But we can sit here and push this. Yeah, we get hit by doorbells. It's fine. It's alright. Just gotta keep farming. We'll get there. Alright. At 13 minutes is whenever our center comes back. So we can go ahead and farm that. That's in 1.5 minutes. Though, again, Rem should be clearing the map of those. I don't know what the enemy Rem is doing. But, hey, free HP buff. No one got this. I figured since I was forced back that they would rotate and get this. But they didn't. So that's free. Extra HP for the win, I guess, supposedly. Alright. We're just gonna... Even though it's not ideal to jungle without Torment Pulse, you can still do it. But yeah, just gonna go ahead and do the full reload and bounce it on this guy. And the way I'll teach you how to jungle in a bit when we're a little bit, you know, not in as much pressured, I suppose. But you want to have your ball lined up with at least 2 enemies so that it bounces. Alright, we're gonna start leveling up Radiant Dagger now. And again, I'm just gonna dump my cooldown so we can clear the lane fast. There we go. 45 seconds for centers on our side. We have the jungle up here, so we can go ahead and do that. Rim is missing. Of course he is. He's supposed to be doing jungle. Alright. There we go. Hit the cold front. Hit the spit. So look at this. I have it lined up, so every time I attack, it's hitting both targets. And they're being hit or the Light Eater is proccing those hits. Alright, centers coming up in 20 seconds. Try to get the deny there. Go ahead and kill the big beefy boy here. There we go. And 10 seconds. I would like to have the wave pushed a little bit more so that they don't hear me gambling in there. So we're going to just push it and face tank the creep wave. It's fine. Alright, there's the creep wave. That's going to hold the line a bit. Oh, it's 5 minutes from when I popped it, by the way. So we'll wait for it to show back up on the map. There we go, just to clear these out. Doorman can't. So Doorman does not have a 1 versus 1 win condition on me, and I don't have it on him. Here it is. All right, cool. All right, go ahead and grab this. We have Torment Pulse, by the way. We're doing okay on farm. It's not the best. Let's actually. Oh, dude, I still got it. I still got it. Pretty sure I got that. You heard me do it. All right, Torment Pulse incoming, and yes, I can just jump down here and get it. There we go. Can we do the jump properly? There we go. Cool. Alright, we also got Enduring Speed. Rem's putting out a pause. This is a good chance to look at our economy. 11k at 13 minutes, not the best. 9 and 18, our team is winning. Our team is winning on souls. Who is anyone on our team feeding? Not really. Who's on the enemy team feeding? Victor? Really? They have a shit Victor? That's cool. And Rem is feeding. Interesting. So we know also they have a disconnect. That means I'm going to unpause. Really, a disconnect? That's why they're pausing. Alright, let's, yeah, I'm a dickhead. I'm gonna unpause. I'm not gonna wait for somebody. I got a video to make. Alright, so now there's the next pause. Usually whenever multiple people pause for one disconnect, it's a pre-made. So, yeah. Let's look at the enemy team. We have, let's look at builds, too. Always a good time to check out builds. He's going Spirit. Spirit? He's got Golden Goose Egg. Spirit, dude, they're all Spirit. So what this means is that we can actually skip a buy. We can actually skip buying armor resilience, bullet resilience, if we want to. For the guide video, I'm not going to. But for you, if you are against full Spirit, then you can absolutely skip it. All right, you don't have to buy it. All right, we're just gonna jungle here, and yeah, we're eating some damage. The game is paused by... Oh, I thought his name was on pause. I just can't read. Man, yeah, they're waiting for him to come back. Oh, lag. I got some lag going on. Yeah, I mean, his power could have gotten knocked out by a storm. His ISP could be dumping on him. You can take a, quick gander here. Look at that pose. Look at that. That is like it's almost a Ziz pose, but not really. We got 5 more seconds until we unpause. Yay. They are really adamant about pausing, and no one's talking. Normally people chat during the pause, but not today. It's a little unusual. All right, go ahead and spit on these guys, get them farmed up. We are working now towards stamina mastery, and that's gonna let us double jump and soar around the map. Get some crates. Holiday's got the solo. You really should give it to your bullet carry, and so that's what we're gonna do. There is a jungle I can get in the corner there. Go ahead and grab these bozos real quick. Super quick. We're not doing the big guys. Take note, we're only doing the small one, the small medium jungles. Alright. Gonna start leveling the ultimate now. Let's see if that kills. It does sometimes kill, but you can see that one in the corner didn't get killed by it. I don't know why. Alright, it looks like the person that was disconnected managed to come back. Yeah, everyone's jungling right now, so I don't want to, like, steal it. I mean, I do, but I shouldn't. Well, I think my tournament pulse stole that one, so it's fine. Alright. Get the jars. Now, it's very important for Celeste to farm jars and sinner sacrifices. Very, very important. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and kill that. Because you want as much stats as possible, and that makes your bouncing orbs absolutely murder. If you've ever seen, like, a clip of, like a clip farm of someone throwing a bouncing orb and it just murders everybody, and then you have the exact same items, the exact same boon level against very similarly geared opponents, and yours does no damage, well, that's why. Alright. And that's not very good air control on my part, but it's fine. I'm not gonna, like, do advanced crap. Alright, still no good air control there. Alright, go ahead and kill these. There's another sinner sacrifice over here sometimes. There it is. All for the taking. Yes. Hit and farm. There's some souls in the enemy camp over on the left side that I kind of want to grab. That could be a fat stack. But I could also end up donating my own stack, so that's risky. But we'll go through this building and get the sinners. Oh, someone grabbed it. So that means, yeah, it's Victor. He grabbed it. He might hear me, but I have line of sight on the door. And yeah, here he comes. He can't stop me. Well, he got a free sinners there, but I got 3 out of 4 hits. So it's not the biggest loss. And he was going to rotate to that anyway, so I did semi-deny it for him. Oh, dude, really? Let's see. Oh, he's chasing. Look, I'm at 14k, he's at 12k. I'm gonna go back and buy. There's no reason to rush fighting him right now. He's buying. Oh, he's got Viper. Yeah, okay. Good thing we didn't turn and fight. That would have been bad. We got Bebop. Bebop is 5 and 3. I don't know if he's reliable. I think we just keep jungling. Let Bebop have the solo. I mean, they're gonna push in. Bebop has ult. He can fend them off. He's not. If he knows what he's doing, he'll be fine. It's better farm for him, better farm for me. Need help on yellow. I don't know. I mean, I think he's okay. They're not going to push in. Now, a good Victor could just sit under the walker and melt it. But this Victor, I have my doubts. Alright. There we go. Just clearing them jungles. We're working towards Fortitude now. And Fortitude is going to allow us to have more map mobility. Oh, this one was already wounded earlier. Let's see if they chase. Oh, I didn't Mansell slide. Oops, I'll do it this time. There you go. Haters. Look at him follow me. Like, it's not, nothing's gonna come of that. I'm jungling. He needs to be jungling if he wants to catch up. Like, yeah, I get Bebop's having a little mid-fight right now. I got line of sight. We're gonna have to line of sight this, though, so we can get the jackpot. Yeah, I'm more concerned with the jackpot than the Bebop and the Drifter. Drifter's fighting, though. Drifter's, a little fed. Okay. If we ult here, we don't hit anybody. Okay, well, we got an assist. It's fine. Victor gets away. I'm not gonna chase. I don't need to chase Victor. Victor has ult. If we kill Victor, we don't get anything for it. So yeah, it sucks. Victor might follow me down here. Actually, no. Victor, Drifter. What word am I saying? I don't even know who I'm talking about anymore. Yeah, Drifter, Victor engaged. Drifter just popped his ult. Now I go in because now there's money to be made. Drifter dying. They're coming. He's got him blinded, though. He's got him blinded. They couldn't see where he went. That's good. There are souls in that room where we fought Viper. Let's go get those. Could be a big stack. It's 151. Oh, it's something. It's free. Alright, let's go get Fortitude. Very important for extra bonus. So we're at 2420 HP right now. And with Fortitude, it's going to be like, I don't know, 2.7-ish. Not too bad. Yeah, 2.68. I was close. You know what? I'm gonna go fight this Rem, maybe. Rem has no ult here. Okay, and I failed my timing on my ult. That's fine. I also... Did I get pooped on by Pocket? No, I did not. So we go back in? Maybe. No, it's still dangerous. We play defensive. We don't have ult. We don't even need to be here. We just need to be jungling, but right now there's no jungle to get because they're all pushed. So just do a creep wave. Now we do jungle. Alright, cool. Alright. Clear this real fast. Awesome. And keep jungling. Rapid recharge is something we can buy. We don't necessarily super duper need it immediately. We can hold off on buying it for just a little bit. Alright, while we start clearing. Alright, go ahead and knock these dudes down. Yeah, fail ult because the pocket was in briefcase and I was like, let's ult. Oh well. Briefcase counters the ult anyway. So if you ult after the briefcase, then he, echo shards and does it again. I don't know why I'm here. I have ult in 3 seconds, that's why I'm here. So, we throw it at a minion. And there we go, we got it, finally. And that's gonna hit Doorman, and Doorman's gonna contain it. And he's gonna door one of us, so we gotta be careful not to get doored. He does have it. He's gonna go for me. That's why we immediately made some space there. But here's the thing. I'm Celeste. I can leave the hotel very quickly. He kind of doesn't want to ult me. Yeah, we're just farming. He ulted somebody. If they die, I don't know. Spit on him. All right, now we can fight. Yeah, he's in the corner. He's gonna use his dashes. He's gonna use everything there, and now he's dead. All right, Viper's nearby. I'm just gonna throw a 3 out and see if I catch anything. Viper left. Big creep wave over here. Let's try to just hit it with our 3 so we get credit for it. That way when they die, we'll get the souls. Spit on these guys. They should pop. They should, but they didn't. Alright, there we go. Center sacrifice. We're just going to hold our cooldowns. Now we can do it. There we go. Gotta get that farm going. We're at 21k at 21 minutes. We're doing absolutely completely average right now. Nothing special, nothing good, nothing bad. I hear an Apollo nearby, slashing. Is he following? He was slashing something. I got teammates nearby, we got line of sight on the door, and we can see him come in. He's not a jump scare, we're the jump scare. We are Celeste, we win every trade. That's the meme. Maybe we jump on this pocket, we don't have rails. We have ult in 30, so we can't really do anything crazy. Except we just go in on them and deal some damage. This tower still isn't down. We might as well take it. Yeah, just take this tower down. Alright, cool. Can't believe that tower lasted 20 minutes. No one ever pushed it. I don't know what Victor's doing. Oh, that's what Victor's doing. We don't want to be in a stink cloud, so we're just going to soar away. There we go. Let's see you. I can turn and fight that. I don't need to turn and fight it. All I need to do is jungle, so we'll go do that real quick with a little zip dash. Just real fast jungle. Then we go by. Alright, cool. I say that, and then we're gonna, you know, farm those crates first. 8,000 souls. We're at 23k souls. How is the enemy doing? 20, 22. Dude, they're all kind of matching me. I don't like it. I'm not as farmed up as I want to be. Rapid recharge, improved spirit, greater expansion. Now we turn, and maybe we make a play here. They're all full HP. We don't have any stacks on 3. It's kind of stupid to really push this, but we can still kind of push it. Alright. And, like, a lot of people are scared of Celeste's 3 ability. It doesn't deal a lot of damage anymore. It got heavy nerfed. But people are still PTSD about it. Alright. The real damage is getting spit on, and then having that, the on-bullet hit damage just chew your ass up. Oh, they fixed it. It's on bullet hit now, not on hit. On hit used to be on spells. Oh well. Nerf's a nerf, I guess. Alright, what do we got? There's a lot of people out of position here. I didn't mean to spit there. Let's mantle slide out of here. Woo! Ta-da! Alright. Jungle is to be had. There we go. We can get back in the team fight in a bit here. Now, when we get Arctic Blast, it's gonna make team fights a lot easier, right? Because we can hold them in place and then we can ult them. But until then, I don't know why he's pushing me so hard here. Like, we have the walker. He's not gonna sit under the walker. Okay, ult the minions. Boom. There we go. That's gonna bounce. We can now leave the fight and go buy our next item. There we go. Look at those bounces. Well, only so many. I think Pocket probably briefcase that last bounce. We got bullet resilience now, even though I already explained. I guess their doorman is a kind of semi-bullet. Alright. I like how we're now losing. We were winning, and or were we? I don't remember. I don't remember things. Alright. Victor's just gonna shoot at us, which does nothing. And we could shoot at him, which does nothing, so... A little staley matey. We're gonna go immediately get this. This is Mystic Vulnerability. It does lower their spirit resist when we deal spirit damage, but the important thing is that it gives us spirit resist. We are now at 24 and 22, and we're only gonna get it higher and higher and higher. So, Mystic Vulnerability, Escalating Exposure is next. This is big damage, especially when you have stacks and stacks on them. Torment Pulse stacks it up. Our left click will stack it up when we spin on them. It's really good. I didn't mean to Dazzling trick there. I meant to learn it. Also, what is it? Drift? Is he going to go jungle? Okay, well, see you later then. I was going to do that, but I'll go over here instead. And I didn't mantle slide it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all the one person that cares. That autistically cares about mantle slides. It's just more efficient. It is. I won't admit that it's not more efficient, okay? But... Oh no, I lost half a second. Yeah, that adds up over 1,000 games. Okay, sure. Just, yeah, you got me, bro. You caught me. Dang. Oh, hell. Oh, nuts. But you try doing all of this while you annotate a video and try to explain everything you're doing and why you're doing it and what you're thinking while you do it, okay? You know, buck up or shut up or whatever. Okay, we got the REM sleep coming out. That means team fight. Team fight. Well, 2 of them are dead. Ult? Is it gonna bounce on anybody? Well, we got 2 bounces, and that's it. That's all we get. 2 bounces. Boink, boink. 400 damage. We did it, Reddit. We also got farted on, so... But we have Fortitude. It's okay. Fortitude will kick in any moment now. 10 seconds. It won't kick in because we're about to face... check the minions. There we go. It's fine. They claim the urn. Not my concern. I mean, it is, but it's not. Alright, we actually have more kills. They have 2 extra K souls. It's a nice, even fight for a change.
What's life without a little danger?
So, we'll see here. Let's go to the chapel. Clear this out real quick. Alright. There we go. Nice and clear. I know there's... Well, there is more stuff in here. I'll go ahead and grab it. 3 spirit powers, 3 spirit power, right? Let's see, what else we got going on? We got Sinner Sacrifice in here, yeah. Go ahead and grab that. Awesome. No one's here to get it. I'm gonna AFK for a sec.
York is under attack.
I was not looking at the screen, I was going by the beep boops, and I missed. I messed up. Whatever. You can beat me up for it in the comments, but we'll try again. And now I kind of want to look away and try it by sound, okay? Okay, I'm Doorman. I have all my stamina, so this does nothing. I'm gonna shield, and then again, I'm just gonna leave. Just gonna leave. See if he follows. We're gonna go by. Are you gonna? He's not gonna follow, but he is gonna get the Sinner Sacrifice. He ulted. I want you to realize he ulted for a Sinner Sacrifice, and yeah, it's already 25% cooldown. All right. I wanted to do it where I look away from the screen, so we'll try that again, okay? I'm gonna look away. Alright, we did it. We actually did it. Cool. Nice. There we go. It's like, if I fail the first time, I'm gonna keep trying, damn it. Alright, crates. We're working towards Spirit Burn, Soul Burn. By the way, Doorman is 2 and 1. I'm 0 and 0. Well, I had 2k souls on him, now I have 1k souls. So he's out there jungling too. Everyone's out here jungling, everyone's just kind of chilling right now. As it should be. Let's go float up here, actually. I don't know. What are we doing? Yeah, let's go up here. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, I use stamina to the fast fall. What are you going to do about it? Got a Sinners down here. Let's see if we can grab it. I think the enemy team has picked up on the fact that I really like doing these machines. And they're trying to ambush me every chance they get. Alright, this one's with vision. I'm not looking away this time. There we go. Let's see. I don't want to have low stamina in case the Apollo engages. But I don't think he's around right now. And I have this nice little solo lane to myself, so cool. Go ahead and beat that guy. And then let Tournament Pulse do its thing. 35k at 29 minutes. It's not the best. It's alright. I would like 40 to 50k is really good at 30. But you need a lot of kills. And you generally don't get that. I mean, maybe you do. I don't know, man. Just whatever, right? But yeah. We're just working towards items. We're working towards farm. There's an Apollo near us. I might fight this. I think we fight this. Spit on him. Hit him. Yep. And he's dead. He's just dead. He's just full dead. Robo piss. He did try to riposte, but I don't think it worked for some reason. I saw the animation. I've been left here to rot. Hey man, enjoy the neat life, soul jar. Right? Just enjoy it. Anyway, it's going to be a dick move, but I'm going to steal this from our drifter. Alright, give me that. Gives me that. That's mine now. We can buy Spirit Burn. We don't need it for jungle, though, so we can buy it, you know, before a team fight or just whenever we get around to it. It's not super important. And yeah, with gun buff, we can actually jungle a little bit faster. It's pretty nice. Alright. We'll rotate through here, through the tunnels. Getting these jars and these buffs. And yeah, I know there's a team fight happening above me right now and people are dying. You know, it's probably important that I get there. So I can go do that. I really hate to ult without Spirit Burn, but I also hate to go die and give them 1,700 souls. But hey, we got the blind up. And yeah, you're just dead. Except he's coming back. Oh, he's coming back. There we go. The ball continues bouncing though. Alright. Yeah, we just spit on these guys again. And, oh, you're dead. Ooh, 220 souls, yoink. And we're not even full build yet. We didn't even buy, whatchamacallit. Ooh, hello. Did we get the spit on him? Yes, we did. So, we're now at, we're 3-0. Can I chase? Can I hit? I don't reach that. Okay, but he's dead though. Yep, that's 4. And you may be wondering, how am I doing so much damage? The answer is Light Eater. When we have a lot of stacks and they are escalating exposure and all this stuff, dude, our left click hits for like 600 damage from any range, as long as they have the spit on them. And now it's gonna hit for 1,000. And now it's gonna hit for 1,500. And now we're working towards Boundless Spirit, which is very quick to get at this stage of the game. And it's gonna give us another 50, 60 damage across all of our spells. So our full combo will... Damn, these crates are coming back right when I'm here. Perfect timing, not. Dude, I don't time crates. I'm not that advanced. I'm sorry. That's some... Whatever is beyond a turn of 6. Okay, that would be like top 5. The top 5 nerds of the game would maybe time crates. And you don't want to be those guys. I mean, I guess if they get paid a bunch of money, maybe you kind of want to be those guys. We're just going to sit here and bonk this with our melee. Because, yeah. There you go. And remember, it's not just our left click that deals big damage. It's just like a light melee will still proc your Light Eater. I call it the spit, the Celeste spit. Alright. There we go. Working towards Boundless. And no, I'm not doing Solar, and I'm not doing Spirit Jar, whatever you want to call it, I'm not doing it. And yeah, R3 almost one-shots the jungle now, so it's really nice. Go ahead and hit these guys. I heard a Sinner Sacrifice. I walked by one. There's a Victor in our jungle doing something. Listen for him. Let's listen. Okay, he's... Oh, there's Apollo. Hello. Hello, Apollo. I don't want to one-on-one the Apollo. I can with Dazzling Trick, but I don't want to. Alright. I will fight this, though, because he can't interrupt me. Viper did, but that's fine. Viper just put me in a protective little cage. Now, we got the Victor ult popped, so he's going to go in. We're very majestic. We can keep out of his range. I say that. Famous last words. Alright, I need to start sliding. I need to... Yeah, we're going to back from that. Victor's starting to get a little, you know, not too scary, but it's alright. We can push green, actually. Everyone's on yellow. We're going to push green down, get that Spirit Walker. We're not normally a split push character, but our ult is down. We're not really doing much right now. And this is big money. We like money.
No more hiding.
Alright. Yeah, this is going to just melt, so. There we go. Just spam our spells on it. Hit the Dazzling, hit the Spit. And there it is. Boom. Awesome. And there's Rim is here. What is Rim at? Ooh, Tannerite pillows. Pillows full of bricks. Oh, and Apollo. See you, boys. See you later. They're still following me, aren't they?
Time.
I'm listening. I don't hear them, so I think they gave up chase. We're gonna ignore the jungle for a bit because there's a more important thing to grab, and that is our favorite buff in the game, movement. And I failed that. I really did. I'm sorry. But yeah. Oh, Drifter was getting it. He probably needs it more than me to chase. Oh, he's whistling. Oh boy, who are you getting? Who are we hunting today? Look at him go. He's a machine. Drifter's so fun. He's like a really fun character just to help. No, he didn't get anybody.
The spirit urn is
dang.
waiting to be
Well,
claimed.
Sinner Sacrifice. Woo! Yeah, gotta get those stat buffs. And they add up so much because we're like a bruiser tank. Ooh, yeah.
Feeling out here.
Alright, we can actually do this now if we want. Go ahead and just clear the big boys. Yep. Awesome.
I'm willing to do
We
whatever
have
it
now
takes to
maxed
win.
out everything. We're boon level 35, 50k souls at 35 minutes, 4-0. We got Boundless. Now this is a big upgrade, huge upgrade, very important. Instead of making our win condition our ultimate, our win condition is not to get crowd controlled. It's Spell Slinger. Spell Slinger means we just hold left click after we spit on someone and they're dead. I have hyper mobility. I can just leave that. You can't reach me, Rem. And oh, you're walled in. Oh no! Oh no! Here comes the ult. Here comes the solo ult. I'm gonna now bounce it between you and me. Uh-oh. Oh no! Oh no! You're frozen. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Rem is a loot goblin. When you see a Rem and he's out of position, pop his ass. He's got big souls. I'm talking to him like his actual child. Rem, were your children gambling? I've been gambling. I've been in the sinners. Oh, okay. We should be able to crate our next buy, which again, Spell Slinger. Big, massive super damage. We can run almost everyone but Viper down with this. And that's pretty much the build. Everything else is just getting tanky. I don't need my ult for the fights. I can just go fight anyone. I can just run them down. As long as I maybe sit back for a second. Watch. Here's Doorman. We're going Doorman. There we go. That's fine. Look at we have the movement buff. Shield. Dazzling trick. You gotta absorb that. That's fine. Oh no, Doorman. Oh, what's happening, Doorman? I have, yeah, you're dead. Oops, you're dead. Oh no, you're dead too. I didn't get the credit for that one though, but yeah, they're pretty much full dead. There's a Victor somewhere hiding. And yeah, we just blow up jungles immediately. Let's do their big camp, actually. Hold on, nope. Not that big camp. I want to go steal their big camp just to show you how fast we jungle now.
I might want to get back to my friends.
Where is it? I'll do the medium semi-big camp. Why not? Yeah. Look at that. And we reload like instant. Like, okay, it's not instant. It's less than a 1 second reload. It's so freaking nice. Yeah, I'm taking that jungle. Look how fast we take jungle down. There we go. Again, we're just trying to keep these. You have to be in combat for your Spell Slinger stacks to remain. Alright, that means you have to be attacking things. Alright, looks like I lost my stacks. It's fine. But yeah, we just go roam around, clear jungle. We can get Colossus. We're gonna replace Fortitude with Colossus. It's more tankiness. It's just all in all better. Yep. Again, we have hit our Super Saiyan moment for Celeste. Super Saiyan Celeste. That's when your horn's really glowing. Your horn turns, you know, it's super bright. Or whatever. Oh, there's a creep wave behind me. Oh no. There we go. Look at all that farm. Alright, so they're gonna push mid and win, so I really need to show off the build fast. Because they ain't living. Like their Viper DC'd. They're dying again. We have Like, it's literally over. So we're going to take Colossus, we're going to sell Fortitude, and then we're going to work towards Lightning Scroll, and we're going to sell Torment Pulse for that. And that's just a win more spell. Let's get in there now. We have 4k HP, we're super tanky, we grow big, we slow everything around us. We're going to root them into ult, we're going to shield ourselves, and they're dead. And so that's a dead Aaron, or Pocket, whatever you want to call his ass. The balls are bouncing. Oh, the balls are bouncing, right? I don't have spit on Rem yet, but now I do, and now he's dead. Or he's gonna die. And when we spit on a target, we get life steal. So we just dance around, hold left click. There we go. We got the spit on him. We just have to hold left click. We gotta freeze him in place. He's dealing a lot of damage. We're dotted right now, but we won't die. We got shield. There's Dazzling to absorb some of it. And we don't have Fortitude, so we're gonna go back now. No, we're not. We're not gonna go back. They're all dead. But we're gonna go get. We don't even need the air boost. Look at this. Woo! There we go. We got the gun buff. And yeah, we can go get Lightning Scroll now. We'll get that in a sec. Let's do this. And woo! I didn't need to do that. I could have wall bounced. Alright, Lightning Scroll time. So, goodbye Torment Pulse, you've served us well. You are absolutely vital for tagging all the enemies and getting assists and jungling. Torment Pulse, goodbye. Lightning Scroll time. After that is just, Juggernaut. Juggernaut's whatever. Are they gonna push and win, or are they not? I don't know. Yeah, let's spit on them, and then just hold left click. There we go. Alright. Now, it's not as efficient towards creep wave, whatever. Alright. There we go. Kill these guys. Alright, I want to ult one more time before the match ends, so I'm going to go back to base and heal. We have Lightning Scroll is a win more button for your ult. That's it. Also, all your spells now slow, so it's not just for your ult. It's for all of your spells. Alright, let's go in. Woo! And bad wall bounce on my part. Okay. Can we hit anybody? No, we hit nobody with that. Just spam our abilities. Spam our abilities. And you're dead. You're dead. Sorry. Sorry, bro. Just dead. Rem's dead now. There you go. And, where's the others? Oh, they're way out of position. They're, like, fighting way out here. Well, I didn't get a cool ult scene, but that's fine. Okay. There he is. Oh. Little slipster. And, yeah. I don't have spit on him yet, so I'm not dealing a lot of damage if they got him. I mean, they just full blew his ass up. Where's Doorman? Woo! Yeah, the mantle slide. We did it, Reddit. Alright, they're just gonna push this down. And everyone's dead, so let's just jump into the base. Anyway, we're 8-0, 67,000 souls, the most souls farmed in the game. It's very easy to play this character, even without the advanced movement tech stuff. Though it really benefits you to learn it. Alright, cool. So, yeah. We didn't get MVP because, you know, we didn't get the most kills, obviously. We just, a Fed Drifter's a Fed Drifter. Okay, but we got most souls, and, again, we're insanely hard to kill. I would have liked to show you just how disruptive and annoying the ultimate is. Celeste's ultimate is absolutely game-breaking if the enemies clump together, and your aim doesn't suck. My aim obviously sucks, okay? But other than that, you cast your ult, and it bounces around and it messes everybody up, and then you clean them all up, you spit on them, and you hold left click with Spellslinger, and they're all dead. They're all melted. They can't fight back. You out-trade everybody. You deal more damage than them. You heal with lifesteal. If they can't heal because you have Spirit Burn on them. It's great. You're super tanky. You have tons of HP. You jungle insanely fast. You clear lane creeps really fast as well. There's no better build to this character, mathematically, figuratively, whatever, than this. There's a bullet build that can work if you can land your bouncy balls, but other than that, don't worry too much about it. But what's really important is just learning how Celeste floats, how she jumps higher than everyone else. And air control with velocity, you have to, like, slowly, like, you have to hold a strafe key. You can't be holding W and doing this stuff, it won't work. I mean, it kind of works sometimes on Celeste, but on other characters it doesn't. So, learning just standard velocity control, very important. Anyway, that's all I've got. Thanks for watching. Listen, I have no life, no friends, no family, no obligations. So what that means is all I do is play video games, and all I do is read all of your comments. If you have a question about the build, the character, anything related to this video that wasn't already answered in the video, then ask away. I will answer. I will read it. With that said, though, I'm going to have you click the video on the right side of your screen. If you don't, then you're going to take a nice shower and be super clean, and as soon as you decide to go out somewhere, it's going to rain and make you all dirty again.